Hello everybody, this is a video to show you how to create some battle scars. So obviously I did my bruise and my cut, and now I'm going to get some toothpaste and I'm just going to make a line of this just along my face there, and then I'm going to use the other end of the toothpaste just to put a cut through the middle of it, but always make sure you clean the bottom of the toothpaste if you do that. Then I'm just going to smudge out the sides to blend it into the skin, but make sure that you don't blend it in too much. It needs to be raised off your skin. Then all we need to do is let it dry. Sometimes this can take a little bit of time, but you can just leave it to dry. However, just for quickness, I'm just going to quickly dry it with my hairdryer just so that it sets. If you're at home, obviously, and you've got one, you can just quickly do it with this. Just speeds up the process a little bit. It'll sometimes feel a little bit tacky still, but that's fine. It will dry. Okay, so once that's done and you're happy, what you then need to do is get some foundation that matches your skin tone. I'm just using this little pot one. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And we're just going to dab over it to make sure that the toothpaste doesn't look white anymore, and blend it in that way. And then I've got some talc here. It looks really scruffy because I use it for this purpose, and a makeup brush, and I'm just going to put that over the top just to set it a little bit more. I've got my eyeshadow palette here from earlier, and I'm going to fill the gap that I created with the end of the toothpaste just with a dark brown eyeshadow. You can just use a normal paintbrush for this if you don't have a makeup brush like this one. I'm just going to fill it in there. I'm just patting it in. Okay. Again, make sure you ask permission to use these things for this purpose if they don't belong to you. And then I'm just using like the red eyeshadow, like a reddy peachy colour, and I'm just putting that along the raised parts of the toothpaste to make it look like it is a flesh wound. And then I've got the applicator brush again and the red lipstick, and I'm just putting a little bit of that in the cut there. Like I say, you can use a paintbrush for this too if you don't have one of these little applicators. See that? And you can put as much or as little as you like of this on until you're happy with the result. I've just pulled that out at each end there and smudged it in a little bit. Oh, and I'm back with the tomato sauce. Right, again, if this isn't yours and it's not the last bit, please put it on a bowl or a plate. Don't just get it from the end like I'm doing, because it's not very hygienic. But this was the last time I was going to use that bottle. And I've just put a little bit of that in the cut there. This is a red lip gloss. You can use this instead of tomato sauce if you don't have that. Or I'm using it as well as. Again, ask permission to use products that aren't your own, because I'm obviously putting my lip gloss over the top of tomato sauce, which isn't the most hygienic thing to do. And I've got my black eyeliner pencil again, and I'm just going to stretch the ends out a little bit, like so. There we go. Just rub it in. I'm just going over some of the raised bits to make it look a little bit more realistic. Then I've got the red eyeshadow again. I'm just going to make it a bit more red around the edges there. Like I say, you can add as much or as little as you like, depending on how you want yours to look. And some more red lipstick on as well. We did do some of these wounds on Jesus Christ Superstar from when he gets the lashes, as they're quite realistic. But if you've got a quick change in a show, they're not always the easiest to do because you have to let the toothpaste dry. So there you can see what it looks like on the other side of my face too. There's a hole. It's quite good for Halloween. So here I'm going to show you a hand effect. This is what you can do if you do it on your hands. And this is what it looked like in the end. Excuse that bruise bit at the top of my head, which I didn't show you. I was just playing a little bit afterwards. If you are going to do it on the top, make sure you blend it up into your hairline.